Gone are the good old days of trucking. Yes, this is probably the final nail in the coffin. Gone are the good old days of trucking with this final rule. Now, I was just scrolling TikTok, looking at trucking feed and car feed and looking to see what video I can make. And then I came across a post on TikTok, a standalone picture of this. It says no more ELDs. I mean, not ELDs, no more paper logs after June 2025. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I've never heard of this. I thought we are allowed to run paper logs if you have a pre-2000 motor or a pre-2000 truck. And I started doing some more research about it. So basically, in a nutshell, if you own a pre-2000 truck or a truck with a pre-2000 engine, which would be a glider truck, which a lot of you folks drive, which include the Coronados, a lot of very common truck that runs paper logs because it's a glider truck, which is a Freightliner Coronado, you're no longer able to run paper logs after June 2025, according to this TikTok article that I have came across. So I have started doing my research if this is true or false. And I searched up FMCSA, and FMCSA absolutely doesn't have anything about June 2025 about no longer running paper logs and everyone must switch to ELD. I couldn't find it. I went back to quite a few years and I couldn't find it. I have no idea where at first this article came from. Now, when I Googled this search, it obviously showed that until June 2025, the paper log extension will expire and anybody running pre-2000 motors or pre-2000 trucks will have to either buy new equipment or have ELDs installed. Then I open a tab at OTR Solutions. This is the only news article that everyone's spreading on TikTok. OTR Solutions, same thing while Google AI opens up for you to read in a nutshell. That's what everyone is reading. Not from FMCSA, but from OTR Solutions. And they're saying according to FMCSA. But they absolutely, according to this page, all my links can be in the description below for you to find out for yourself. Where I got this information, where I was led to click on, have no backup sources at all stating that FMCSA has actually said that. Now, do I know if they said that 100%? No, I do not. I'm wishing Mother Trucker News can elaborate on this and help me out here, help us truckers here make his own investigation if this is actually true or false. So about this rulemaking, all we have to go by is the TikTok feed that I came across, TikTok post, the OTR Solutions website that I came across, and the generic Google search when you search Google on Google for this topic. That's it. FMCSA has absolutely zero, and I mean zero information on this if that's what's going to be going on. Now, on that TikTok post, there has been two comments that have said they have not heard pretty much anything about it. One said he had heard something about it in 2022, but they haven't addressed anything about it. They have to address it this year. And the second person said he's been driving pretty much glider trucks and he's leased onto a company and his company has not made a fit about it because the information is not there that they actually have to do it. So this could be just some whistleblower or something like that, basically trying to scare everybody off or somebody doing a social media stunt. That's probably what is going on. As of right now, with all the information gathered, FMCSA, to my knowledge, have not made a rulemaking about this. You can still run paper logs. My advice to you, now, do your research. Don't follow my advice 100%. But if it was me and my truck was a paper log truck, what I would be doing is I would be still running my paper logs. And if the DOT obviously pulls me over and says, hey, the law changed this and that, I'm either going to accept the ticket and then buy an ELD from the company that I'm leased onto, or tell the company that, hey, you got to buy an ELD, or buy an ELD from the truck stop just to get me moving. That's what I'm going to do. Or basically, DOT is going to be like, hey, here's your first warning. You got to get ELD. And also FMCSA is going to do a public announcement, and all the companies probably going to get letters in the mails or emails saying that you must have ELD compliant logs, just the same way they do when there is a non-compliant ELD in the mix in the United States. They give a full notice, okay? As of right now, this is all just news. Some TikTok guy randomly picked up a news article that starts shooting this in May or June, saying we all got to switch to ELD. Now, if you're worried that your glider engine cannot run on paper logs, guess what? I drove for my dad working for Keenan Advantage Group, CAG Energy. He bought a glider Freightliner Coronado. It ran ELD. If it was a Detroit 60 Series 12.7, it ran ELD. So don't panic. I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, it's government control, yada, yada, whatever. Hey, at least you can still go make money and have a pre-emission truck. At the end of the day, my most important thing is to be able to own a truck that's deleted or pre-emission without any consequences. The ELD, my last headache. Yes, I want paper logs, but ELD is my last headache. Okay, here is the truck. If you have any trucks with these pre-2000 motors, okay, they can run ELD. Your 12.7 Detroit 60 Series can run ELD. Your first generation Cummins ISX can run ELD. Your Cummins N14 can run ELD. Your Cummins M11 can run ELD. Your Cat 3406, that's non-mechanical, that has already electronic junk attached to it, can run ELD. And your Cat C15 can run ELD. So not to worry, folks. Almost all the engines that you have in the current trucks can run ELD. The mechanical engines are becoming antiques, and you might have to do some modifications in order for the ELD to read your engine. But other than that, most glider engines can run ELD. And that's what really, at the end of the day, the government's catching on, that they can enforce this, because they're now just realizing that these glider engines can run on ELD. Not canceled. Guys, I'm Eddie B. 2004 6 Turn right. This particular package, drive and attempt on the 6 Series.